It can be a little hard to understand why mobile games have been so successful, especially at their scale. Clash of Clans, one of the leaders of the West, made more money than almost any singular entertainment property in the world last year. A lot of that is on the back of the smartphone. And when thinking about this, I've really enjoyed Mirai Y'all's Pokemon on why we get addicted to products. It starts with an environmental trigger, being bored, and an action we want to do to resolve that trigger, like playing mobile games. Imagine, for instance, you had to eat throughout the day an entire bag of mini Reese's. You'd probably snack on them as you got your individual pangs of hunger. And luckily for game developers, we get bored far more often than we get hungry. And even beyond that, developers can reach out and speak to us through push notifications. We don't even have to have that urge of boredom. has made developers design their games in very specific ways because they're always able to reach people. Premium games, console games, you've already paid your pound of flesh when you paid it up front. Mobile gamers are trying to extend that serotonin, those happiness boosts throughout the lifetime and keep you coming around as much as possible. And despite the many years of mobile game development, there's really only a handful of proven successful mechanics, which is why if you look at the top grossing app store, a lot of them are the same. You see a lot of the similar stuff. So if we want to look at some of these most successful mechanics, one of the biggest strategies is always making sure the player has something to do, always has a reason to come back into the game. This is why you see building timers. This is why Kim Kardashian calls you to invite her to Vegas for a party. There are so many different reasons to come back. You always need to feel accomplished and successful with what you're doing. It's why heavy mid-core games, hardcore games, will have 2, 3, 4 events going on at a time. So once you've finished up something, you can easily move on to something else. You've never exhausted all of the options. Energy systems often get decried as being an evil monetization tactic, but they're almost better at pacing people out. Anyone that's watched House of Cards has known it's easy to burn yourself out on something after a long binging session, and energy systems prevent that. And in the end, we're all really male models. We want to be told what to do. You get decision paralysis. You want to tell the player, give them on a specific guided path, which is why there's so many daily quests, so many specific actions players are fed into. As a result of all of these different actions, players are going to get rewarded a lot of the time. Lots of game developers I talked with have a goal of rewarding players every 15, every 30 seconds. It's why you're often greeted by a daily bonus when you enter a game. First memory of that game is a positive emotion of feeling rewarded. And it's why you have all of these individual actions you're trying to accomplish. It's why puzzle games have become so successful on the App Store. Candy Crush Saga has 600, 800 levels now, and each one is a bite-sized chunk of accomplishment you can feel happy about and feel great that you were able to do something, even if it only really took 30, 60 seconds. Achievements have also enabled players to do this. Game developers arbitrarily will give achievements for collecting 3 wood or sending 3 coins to somebody. And that's a way to, again, make the player feel rewarded and happy. Lastly, as anyone who's played early generation Facebook games know, it's sometimes fun to play with your friends. Especially free-to-play developers have taken a lot of the best practices from that. Gifting, for example, is something you'll still see in a lot of mobile games these days. It's shown in psychology that oftentimes when we give something to someone else, we feel even better about that than when receiving the same gift back to us. And that's why you probably have gotten way too many push notifications or Facebook notifications from your aunt and grandmothers. Guilds are extremely powerful social motivators. At the high-level guilds, players are socially compulsed, peer-pressured into spending hundreds of dollars, or becoming super engaged, setting their alarm clocks in the middle of the night so they can win these elite high-level guild prizes. And we also don't want to make people feel bad. If you don't take your turn in Words with Friends, and it's been a day or two, you're preventing the other person you're playing with from having fun. And nobody wants to upset that, and they want their friends to have fun too. I hope this has been somewhat informative and helps you understand why game developers have designed the games the way they have. Thank you very much.